Hello and happy leg day. In this video, I'm going to take you to the gym with me and show you my entire leg day routine. I'm going to give you all the tips and information you will need to reach your goals and be successful. So let's go to the gym. To warm up, I started with 15 minutes on the stair machine. I begin every workout with either this or 15 minutes incline walk on the treadmill. This is a great time to set your intentions for your workout and let anything that happened that day so far, leave it in the past, let it go, and focus on the present here in the gym. Moving into glute activation with a resistance band. Here I'm doing 12 squats, going all the way down to a 90-degree angle, keeping my knees in line with my ankles, not going over my toes, and making sure that I'm pressing through my heels and also resisting the band, pressing my knees slightly outward so I feel it in my glutes. I keep doing this until I feel a burn. After I do some squats, I move into some stepping side to side, some lateral walking, and some pulses. The last exercise I do for glute activation is some kickbacks. So I did 8 on the right, 8 on the left, 8 on the right, 8 on the left, making sure I'm kicking back with intention, not just kicking my leg back. What that means is when I'm kicking back, I'm squeezing my glute at the top, making sure I have that muscle-mind connection and making sure that I'm really getting my glutes warmed up and burning before I start lifting. For our first heavy weight exercise of the day, we're going to do squats on the Smith machine. The Smith machine is great whether you're starting out beginning with heavy squatting or if you just want to make sure that you're balanced because it's attached to the machine so you know that you're not, leaning one way or the other way. So here I'm doing 12 reps, 4 sets of squats, and making sure I'm pressing through my heels when I'm pressing up, making sure I feel it in my quads, in my hamstrings, in my glutes, making sure that my feet are slightly turned outward. It's going to make sure that I alleviate some of that pressure in my knees and also will feel it a little bit more in my glutes. I'm also making sure to maintain a strong core, keeping it activated to make sure that the whole body is really working in this exercise. And then I'm going to go in a second time. I put a little more weight on this time. So making sure that my feet are properly lined up where they need to be. When I went down, sometimes you feel it, okay, it's a little too much in my back. So I readjusted my feet, making sure that I need to take a little bit of a step back. So I had that nice 90-degree angle. When I'm going down, I'm breathing in, and when I'm pressing up, I'm breathing out, making sure to take my time with the exercise and really feel it in my body. The next exercise I'm moving into is hip thrusts. If you are looking for some glute gains, this is the exercise that you will want to go to. This can be done either with a Smith machine and the bench like I'm doing it, or if you're a beginner, you can just take a dumbbell and put it on your hips. So I have the bar pad around the bar, I have it on my hips, going down, pressing up, making sure to squeeze my glutes at the top. When you're going down, you want to make sure that you are breathing in and breathing out as you press up. So this is something that I always do on leg day because you will also feel it not only in your glutes, but also in your hamstrings. Want to make sure that your feet are nice and firmly planted, and this will be a game changer for your glutes. going in for that second set. The other thing is I realized I was holding the bar a little bit under, which didn't feel right, so I ended up switching my hands to put them on top of the bar and really go down. Here, I realized I was moving my upper body a little more than I would have liked to, so when I went back in for my next leg day, I filmed it again and was able to make that correction. So in future leg days, you'll be able to see how filming myself has actually helped me correct some of my form to lift heavier and get that activation in the proper spot. Next, we are moving on to the leg press. Here I have 245 plates on either side. Warning, if you are as short as I am 5'2", make sure before you put the weight on that you have it on the lower notch. I cannot tell you how many times I sat down after I put the weight on and realized that I couldn't reach the platform. So make sure you sit down, put it on the lower setting, and then put your weights on. Same thing, similar to squatting, you want to bring your feet down with your knees so that you're at a 90-degree angle, pressing up through your heels, making sure that you're feeling it, breathing in, breathing out. And I think for this one, I also did 12 reps and 4 sets. You don't want to lock out your knees on this exercise because if you hyperextend, you will hurt your knees. So make sure you are keeping a slight bend in your knees, still straightening your legs, but not all the way that you're locking out your knees. The last exercise I did of the day was the hip abduction machine. So I always do this in 2 different ways. I start sitting like I am here, and I have it on a slightly lighter weight and pressing in my heels. Then I put the weight to a higher setting, and I do standard hip abduction machine exercise. So I grab onto the machine, I get squatted, so I'm slightly hovering over the seat, and I'm doing the same thing, pressing through my heels on the side of my foot, making sure my knees are pressing against the pads and squeezing. This will allow you to feel a little bit deeper of a burn. So I always do sitting, standing, sitting, standing. Sitting, going in, really pressing, pausing, making sure I'm resisting the weight coming inward. And then after I do this set, once again, I do my hovering, standing hip abductions, and I feel the burn. This concludes today's leg day. Make sure to like and subscribe.